be? Are all those humans? Just how evil does someone have to be to do something like this?
Hello. Rosora wants to be your friend. Will you be my friend? Hello. Rosora wants to be your friend. Will you be my friend? Rosora wants to be free. But I need my shoes to do that. Please, please help me travel the world. Help me to hold your hand and dance. I will wait for you here. Rosora was locked in a birdcage. I don't know how long I was there. A white butterfly woke me up and freed me. And I followed the white butterfly all the way here. But I lost my shoes while I was running. I don't know where they came off. I have a precious friend. I miss that friend dearly. We played all the time at the Rose Estate. Our hearts were filled with joy. Rosora wants to see her friend again. That's why I have to go back there. I want to go back to the Rose Estate. But to do that, Rosora needs her shoes. Please, please help Rosora travel the world. Help me to hold your hand and dance. I will wait for you here.
Oh, the Carnival Garden. The tram station's that way. I think it's our best chance of getting out of here. Oh, now that's what I call a dance number. Come on, let's see your best moves.
need my shoes to be free. I will wait for you here. Oh, you found my shoes! Thank you! Rizora is so happy. Now I can run! I can dance! I can go anywhere! I can go back to the Rose Estate! You gave me back my freedom. So here's a present. For you. It's called Rizora's Treasure. No matter where I end up, I'll remember you. The friend who helped free Rizora. I'll go to the Rose Estate now. With each step the shoes and I take, I'll think of you. My new friend. You like to dance too! Dance with Rizora! No matter where I end up, I'll go to the Rose Estate now.
Oh, if it isn't a stalker. Play acting the hero. Meanwhile, I have chosen instead to simply look upon this ruined world from this. But this situation really hasn't helped the costs of my already expensive. That is a key, yes. A key to one of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood's hideouts. I assume a member of the Brotherhood dropped it somewhere. But only a fool or a lunatic would loiter around one of their hideouts. So, no. It isn't selling all that well, actually.
The stage is set. Now, be our guest. Step right up and do your best. The festival lights are all aglow. Just have fun and go with the flow.
Hello? Is someone there? Hello? You there? I hear you. Can you help an old blind lady? This easel before me. It's not supposed to be empty, is it? Do you see a painting on the ground? It's mine. Pick it up and give it to me. Quick! Even though I can't see, I can tell from the feel of the canvas. Oh, thank the heavens. This is my painting. It is very precious to me. Since losing my sight, this piece has given me courage. I'm sure you would love to hear my story. Once, I was a high-ranking alchemist, with a dream and a purpose. I dedicated my life to the cause of human evolution. Unfortunately, I suffered an accident in the laboratory. The incident damaged my eyes. I could no longer work. But the accident turned out to be a blessing. Stumbling in the dark, I found a painting that revealed the path of truth through art. What do you think? What do you see when you look at my painting? You have a good eye. This painting inspired me greatly. I lost my sight, but I see the path I must walk. You know, the world is a dark, cold, and isolating place. However, I am attuned. I tread the path. I will find the light. I tread the path.
Hotel Crot. I know, I still can't believe it myself. This must be before the grand opening.
Well, a stalker. Or so I assume, judging by your attire and demeanor. And yet your face is unknown to me. To me? Ridiculous. You're a sweeper, perhaps? But no matter. Ignorant fools say that we are adversaries, but in truth, our relationship is not that hostile. I do so look forward to working with you. Have you something to say? Red hair. Red hair. Why didn't you just say so? If you're looking for the legendary stalker, you should just come out with it. But, if I may ask, what could you possibly want with a living legend? A helper, you say? Yes, she was here. But she took that lift. Simply said she had something to take care of, but heaven knows what that could be. Perhaps she's gone to slay that poor, crazed lunatic. There's a reason they say only merciful death remains in her wake. Perhaps you've heard the tale of the Blood Artist. Just one of the monikers of a murderous puppet that targeted only... It was a dreadful affair. Many a stalker tried to apprehend the Blood Artist, but he was no match for one in particular, who took him down on her own. This stalker not only beat the Blood Artist in single combat, but she utterly dismantled him. And she goes, though most everyone just calls her by the loftier moniker, the legendary stalker. Romeo? Never heard of him. Oh, the sidekick. The legendary stalker's young... he could be the reason she's been so, on edge of late. I beg your pardon? What year is it? Are you, under the influence of some strange medication? A word to the wise. Don't trust any medicine that an alchemist doesn't hand to you per... The Monad Charity House. You've heard of the Rose Estate. That's where... If you're looking for the legendary stalker, she took that lift when... Well, don't let me stop you. If you want...
Goodness, a new face appears. How do things fare outside, Master Stalker? Let me introduce myself. I am Klaus, merchant extraordinaire and collector of rare ergo. Indeed, you'll be hard-pressed to find a merchant more skilled than I in the handling of all precious goods. You're lucky to find me in a place such as this. A rather uncouth stalker simply dumped me here and left. The world is crumbling before our eyes, and so are people. As a merchant, it is quite frustrating being stuck here inside this empty hotel. I beg of you, regale me. Collecting is my passion. I especially love watches. But I recently got my hands on a mysterious set of ancient discs unearthed in the ruins. If it wasn't for my injured back, I'd be out searching for them right now. Oh, that person. I heard her called the legendary Stalker. When she rescued me at the zoo, she had no trouble hoisting my hefty body and tossing. She muttered something about searching for her apprentice in a laboratory. Still, I must say, it is not unreasonable to expect better treatment and... Do you mean the leader of the bastards? The man standing over there? My weak heart and spirit prevent me from speaking to such an imposing fellow. I've heard he's quite capable and holds influence over others in many ways. He is conducting important work, but he does frighten me to no end. I'm sure he's a good man, but please don't reveal I spoke ill of him. I'm sorry, you want to know the year? You must be referring to the swirling rumors about an era of calamity coming due to the war. Let's see, what other news? I hear the... Also, whispered voices say the alchemists lost something. Besides that, nothing else significant comes to mind. The Rose Estate was my original destination. Many notable people fled there. Not to boast, but I am a rather famous merchant. I should make my way to the estate, but... my back pain. Oh, I cannot sit or lie down. Oh, do you... I cannot believe my eyes. You found one of my discs. Collecting may seem a silly thing to you, but this simple act connects me deeply. Just imagine, who were the ancient beings who engraved these discs? Did they worship a god? Or had they endured dark times as we have and sought the solace of an angel? Imagining others reaching the light after a dark night gives me hope this nightmare will end. Now, as a merchant, it is quite frustrating being...
be Leia? No one in our time knows how she disappeared or if she died. Even if she died. Here's hoping it's got nothing to do with this deeply disturbing alchemist facility, at least. say the deceased was an alchemist. A high-ranking one, too. Could be the warden. Even he fell to the legendary stalker in a single blow. So, no warden, no control. Would explain all the chaos here.
No! Mercy! Please, don't kill me. Please. See, the legendary stalker. Just let me here. Spare me. Spare my life. Please, please. I heard she was looking for someone. I heard it. I did. To think I tried to kill her. The legend herself. Twice. Good thing I failed. Failed twice. I never could. A stalker. Gone. But still. We came in with Veronique. Yes, and but it was a trap. The alchemists were waiting in ambush. That's over. They're gone. Won't deny it. It is slow, but I have seen such things. Please, I don't want to die. No, help me, please. Spare me, spare me. I have seen such things. Help me.
the alchemist's researching anyway? It has to be for a cure. How else could they justify such horrifying deeds? Oh, I want to forget what we saw, but I can't. Facing off against her this very moment. I bet we can help her. Let's hurry.
mind is unraveling. All left alive will freeze here! This is where we die! I am indomitable! Bear the pain, Veronique! Never surrender! Don't lose reason, Veronique! Don't give up! Don't give in! Not to them. I did terrible things to you. That drug, their cure, it twisted my mind. I put you in danger. Please, I beg of you, nothing must leave this place. This cursed lab, a test subject. Created from the legacy of the ruins. The tooth. If you mean that red-headed stalker, she did pass through here. Back when I could still think straight. We were rivals once. In the end, I'm done. I die as I lived, without regret.
bitter end. But even if we could have helped her, it was far too late. At least her suffering is over. I hope she can be at peace and rest now.
I suppose I should expect to meet strange people in such a strange place. I smell blood on you. But, interesting. It's the blood of alchemists. Still, that doesn't prove we aren't enemies. Let me get this straight. Quite by accident, you found an object belonging to the legendary stalker at the zoo. If all that is true, can you show me this object? This is a photo of Leia and her 2 apprentices. This locket does belong to her. I'll take you at your word that you wish to help Leia. I'll trust you. For the moment. My name is mine to hold. But you have my word that I am not your enemy, nor Leia's. I consider any enemy of the alchemists an ally. Stay and rest a while. I'm tracking a dangerous relic the alchemists freed from the ruins. A calamity that is wreaking torment upon Krat. But the immense power of that relic wasn't enough to satisfy the alchemists. They also retrieved the remains of the ancient warrior that was protecting it. And these experiments have yielded results already, transforming one test subject into a living weapon. If you plan to continue exploring this facility, take this horn. No matter where you are in this facility, I'll hear it and come to you. I'm just someone fighting against the alchemists. I have my... But I must hide my identity to protect the person most dear to me. I can't rest until I finish investigating the alchemists. Legendary. Leia probably hates that title. She stepped up only because no one else could. Too many stalkers will let. A great title such as that comes with many risks. Leia is desperate to find any news of him. It must be even worse for her since she has lost an apprentice. Would you like to ask me anything more? Trouble erupted at the zoo, and Romeo went to deal with it alone. Leia and Romeo had their own brand of justice. Regardless, Romeo could handle himself. Nothing should have troubled him on this mission. It's possible that this is some old grudge coming back to Stabley. Leia maintains several places along the coast that she uses as base camps. I'd seek her out in that area. Take a look at this. This tree. What could it possibly be? It looks almost human-like. I dare not imagine what plans they have for it. But I'm certain this tree bears significance. The Rose Estate, you say? I have heard whispers, mere rumors, really, that if true, the tram should be at the end of this very facility. If you find the Overseer, be sure to blow the horn. No matter where you are in this facility,
subject is behind that door. Where else could it be? Nerves of steel, buddy. Right now, let's show this overseer who it's dealing with.
Where you've been hiding, abomination.
How repulsive.
This is your end.
Incoming.
The tide has turned in our favor. Rest in peace, wretched warrior.
I need more time. I'm coming, Romeo. I swear I won't be late. Not again. Not like I was with Carlo.
You made it out of the underground facility. Speaking of which, I see you have an alchemist's cipher machine. These are devices used to store. Decrypting it should reveal what the owner's hidden, but it requires a matching key. Luckily, if I might, I will take it off your hands. I can't offer anything in exchange, but if I can unlock it, we could gain valuable insight about the We share a common enemy. So I would like to offer my cooperation. Any enemy of the alchemists as a friend. Let's unlock it and see what's inside. We're in luck. It still functions. This reminds me of a tale I once heard about the ghost crocodile that haunts the zoo. Most people thought it was an urban legend, but I'd always found it troubling. Find the mounted crocodile at the zoo. It might provide a clue. Any enemy of the alchemists is a friend of mine. Come to me anytime. I'm unsure if I should even tell you this. Leia suffers from the petrification disease. She hides it from the world, but she can't fool me. I have no idea how long she has left, but for someone like her, it is a wretched, tragic. There's very little to be done to help her. It is frustrating. Since Leia and I are not strangers to one another, I have been seeking a cure. The official statement is that the alchemists are developing a cure. But I would be wary of any. Perhaps a true cure will be found someday. But I gave Leia painkillers that help her endure the worst of the disease. Regardless, it must be difficult. Please help her by fighting at her side. In this moment, what she needs. Have you seen what's behind the hotel? Another tree that bears gold coin fruit. I believe the alchemists are attempting to reproduce this tree. Perhaps, I hope anyway, this tree is linked to the cure. I did some investigating on my own. As I suspected, Romeo's disappearance is linked to Leia's history. Perhaps you don't know. Long ago, Leia neutralized an infamous killer puppet. At the moment, we know nothing of this puppet's whereabouts. That is what troubles me most. Look into the name, Arlecchino. I worry about Leia. This may be a fight she cannot face alone. If you can, please lend her your strength.
An authentic pocket watch made by a master horologist of the age. A true masterpiece. You know, the first workshop techs were master horologists, clockmakers from foreign lands. Their watches are as intricate as my duty as a collector is to preserve these youthful passions of the greats. I would pay. Oh my, you found my bag. Thank you. It may look ordinary on the outside, but the inside, in fact, I'm quite certain it contains items you may find particularly useful. Well met, Master Stalker. Lamacchio. Oh, you just missed him. He left in a rush after receiving. As the leader of the bastards, he is a busy fellow, you know. The legendary backbreaker, you mean? No, all I know is that she is far too rough on ordinary citizens. Oh, my back's...
Any enemy of the alchemists as a... You investigated the mounted crocodile. So, Colonel Little was murdered. Most likely the taxidermist as well. To do something like this just to take control of the zoo. It seems human lives are nothing but tools. I'm glad you revealed the truth to their lies. You are a force for good. Any enemy of the alchemists. I'm unsure if I should...